Well, keeping on our topic of war, ladies and gentlemen, turns out the Pentagon could open, this is from CNN. CNN reporting, Pentagon, unironically with a straight face, CNN reporting that the Pentagon could open itself to costly litigation from contractors if the United States pulls out of the Afghanistan war this year. Wow, if they do, I guess they're going to, the Pentagon's going to have to start a GoFundMe.
Because they've never lost money before either, so they're usually really good with their budgets.
So what the headline could be here, Ron, is the United States is set up in such a way that if it stops doing war everywhere, there could be a lawsuit. That's
I know.
all.
It's amazing.
If we're not, if the United States isn't always at war, they're going to be sued, and that's why they're at war. Go ahead, Ron.
Well, wouldn't you want to be a fly in that courtroom? I mean, how interesting would that be? Like, what? Look, we're just some ethical people trying to push weapons and endless war in the pursuit of profit, just an honest living, and these assholes aren't even going to war anywhere.
Look, what
are they doing?
I have a cluster bomb contract here that they're not living up to, and that's immoral. You got to.
Is there no justice, sir?
If you get rid of contract law, then we're all going to turn into savages. Because that's what they're saying. Here we go. With the deadline rapidly approaching and no formal decision from the White House, the future of contracts, some of which have completion dates in 2023 and beyond, remains unclear. That's amazing. And the public is on the edge of their seats with what will these military-industrial complex contractors do if we end the war?
That's the truth. That's the truth. People are going home from their third job thinking, is the Pentagon okay? I'm worried.
The Pentagon could potentially have to pay hundreds of millions in settlements or face years of litigation if the United States pulls out of the country on schedule or by the end of the year, as by President Joe Biden suggested is likely. This is one of those scenarios where you have no clue who to root for. The evil people taking money from the evil people or the evil people taking money from the other evil people. Goes on. If they have $1 billion worth of contracts, they're going to have a barrel full of lawsuits on their hands unless they're willing to settle for whatever amount the contractors can ask for, said former chief financial officer of the Defense Department. Isn't that amazing? If you stop killing people, they're going to really sue. You're going to have to pay. How about we just end the wars and you all guys go bowling and then find a line of work that doesn't involve killing and destroying shit?
I like that solution.
How about that? How about go find a job? Even with the withdrawal deadline approaching and the need for decisions growing more imminent, the Defense Department has issued more contracts for work in Afghanistan.
Jesus.
And CNN doesn't have a problem with any of this. Like, they're just reporting it, that they're not one commentary on, which is unbelievably fucked up.
It's just Tuesday to them.
Yeah.
And it's like when you take a step back, you realize if you pitch this as a dystopian movie,
right,
nobody would buy it. Like they'd be, I see what you're going for here. Like it's satire. I really appreciate that. I mean, Dr. Strangelove is one of my favorite movies, but really, you're saying that they can sue if there's not endless war. I mean, this is just too unbelievable. You got to be a little more subtle. We're willing to see a second round here, but you got to massage the script a little bit. This is just too unrealistic.
Nobody would buy that.
I mean, come on.
Hey, Paul Pudd says we have to continue this grinding war forever or risk a lawsuit. CNN with the funniest gaslight of the year. Your Honor, the terms of the contract clearly call for a never-ending war under Section 5, Paragraph B, Subsection 4. Any attempt at peace is a breach of contract. The jury has decided you at least need to start a fist fight at a bar until we sort the rest of this out.
We're going to have a 20-drone settlement.
They're just openly saying that the foreign policy is dictated by the military-industrial complex. That's exactly what they're saying right now. Wow.
They're reporting it openly. Wow.
Why wouldn't they? Yeah, that should have been the headline. U.S. military industrial complex dictates U.S. foreign policy clearly. That's what the headline should have been.
It should be like the ticker thing at the bottom of the screen nonstop.
Yeah.
Just like, we have an economy based on war and it's destroying the frickin' world. It's destroying people's lives all over the frickin' world. It's destroying the climate. We never should have done this. Why do we do this? This needs to stop yesterday.
And by the way, all the people involved in the lawsuits, if the war ends, those are all the same people who tell you that war is their last resort.
Right? Like,
yes.
They'll say, we're only here. We're here if you need us. We're here. I mean, you could just watch it. And this is why you see these neutral reports on CNN. I mean, you watch cable news and you see these commercials for these defense contractors. And look, they're not trying to get the word out. The average person watching the news isn't in a market for a new tank anytime soon. They're buying favorable coverage. We all know this. And they give you these bullshit soothing messages like, well, we're just here if you need us, here if necessary. No. You've built an economy around this. You're profiting off of this, and you're destroying the frickin' world to the point where you could sue if we're not endlessly at war.
Didn't Meet the Press and Chuck Todd have a segment sponsored? It's the fact-checking segment sponsored by Boeing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not making that up. That sounds funny.
No, I know you're not. We talked about it here.
Yeah, I'm like, by Boeing? What? That you're supposed to be debunking Boeing. You're supposed to be investigating Boeing. You're supposed to be exposing Boeing. Oh, no, we take millions of dollars in cash for Boeing, and so they fund our non-investigation. That's what that's funding. They're not asking, here's some money, go investigate us. They're like, here's some money, don't investigate us. Got it. Noted. We'll hire Chuck Todd, college dropout fucking moron who thinks he's actually doing the news. That's how good we are. We found a guy who actually thinks he's doing the news.
There is arguably nobody in the country that has done more to unify the American people than Chuck Todd and unifying the people at how freaking ridiculous he is. Like everybody across the political spectrum,
yes.
Nobody. I don't know how that guy still. Well, he still has a job because he's willing to just be a total stenographer. But it's just remarkable how just painfully dim that guy is.
But what's remarkable to me, Ron, is what makes the shit liberals actually get angry at him. They don't get angry at him when he Russiagates or fucking shits on progressives or tells lies about Bernie Sanders or whatever. They get mad at him when he accidentally told the truth about there's a crisis at the border. And Joe Biden is the president. They went fucking crazy. He trended for a whole day because of it.
So I'm actually not familiar with that.
Yeah, I know happened. It happened like a week.
That one I'm not familiar with.
It was like a week ago, maybe last Monday or two weeks ago. Yeah, I don't go on Twitter often, but I want to go, Chuck Todd is trending. It's got to be for something shitty.
Yeah, it's usually he said something absolutely ridiculous. That's neither, like, it has nothing to do with, it's just a ridiculous thing that he said that everybody's just piling on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the border, I'm not familiar with that. I don't know what that's in reference to. But.
You're not allowed to call that a crisis, Ron, what's happening at the Mexican border. You're not allowed to call it a crisis because Joe Biden is the president. And they don't. So Trump didn't let reporters see the immigrants being held in cages because he was a mean dictator, asshole, breaking all the norms who wanted to torture people. Joe Biden doesn't let you see them because they care about the dignity of the immigrants in the cages.
Well, so wait, what did Chuck Todd say? Like, what did he do?
He just said, literally, it was nothing. He said that there's a crisis at the border and what's Joe Biden going to do about it? And they were like, that's not, how dare you say it's a crisis? This has happened. This is normal. What's happening down there? It happens seasonally and all that shit.
Wow. I'm sure he also said 99 other ridiculous things that day. And that's the one reasonable thing that he said.
That's why it's so bad that I know. Mm-hmm. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you we join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.